more shots, but Cardi. So now we gon' party like whoa, 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 whoa. Bitch, I'm doing the dash. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bitch, I'm first, never last. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got my hand on her ass. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing, man? It's your boy Louis Links, man. Welcome to my show, Louis Reacts, man. So check this out. Today we doing things a little bit different, man. I want to do a reaction video, but this is gonna be to a sad story. It's actually about a youth pastor that was killed by some gangster Crips. You know what I'm saying? And we just gonna be covering what happened. You know, I'm interested to know myself, like, how as a gang member would you attack a preacher? It don't make sense to me. It ain't computing right in my brain. So hopefully this video shows us and explains to us exactly what happened. I mean, was the pastor gang banging? You know what I'm saying? Or was it a man that just grew up in the hood around, you know, the surrounding areas? Well, we about to find out, man. So let's get to it. God bless.
Back to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I'm going to detail a tragic event that happened to a young man. Now, Oscar Duncan will be a young man known as an easygoing dude with a good head on his shoulders. He was mostly known for being a good face in his community.
Dang, I mean, my first thought is he seems like a nice guy. Like, who would want to hurt this guy? You know what I'm saying? I feel nothing but positive energy exuding from this man's presence right now, just off his pictures, you know? So, yeah, this is crazy. I feel like it's about to end up in a sad situation. I mean, you know, he already passed away, so rest in peace to this man. But man, it's just crazy. This is a young man. He can't be no older than 25. Like, this is wild, bro. Man, even the good die young. You know what I mean?
For playing sports and being a young man heavily involved in church, it was even a youth pastor and also known as a dancer.
Dancing, Buck is an acronym. Believers upholding Christ's kingdom. So through my dance, I uphold his kingdom. You have dudes that do it for the fame, that do it for show, just do it just to get on the video, and saying I'm gonna do this for God in this generation. Being 19 years old in this generation is like, that's kind of unheard of in a sense, you know. And I get a lot of riff, you know. I go to sessions, dudes like, I don't battle. You know, you ask about choir boy don't battle, you know, that's him. And a lot of dudes like, well, they battle, that's what they do. They do moves, they dance for the oohs and ahs of the people, and I dance for the oohs and ahs of God, so.
But even with Oscar being on the right path, it was a lot of gang activity going on in the surrounding areas of his community.
Damn, man. This man just like to dance for God, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even want to battle nobody, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people can't take a loss. He probably knew he was a beast, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't even want to take that part of the game. Like, he just left it to the battlers, you know what I'm saying? To the real dancer, you know what I'm saying? Not saying he's not a real dancer, but he just didn't take heed to battling other folks, man. He just wanted to dance for himself and for Christ Lord. That's cool, man. Never heard somebody say that, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's get back to it, man.
He lived in the Venice Shoreline Crips turf, but he had no part in that type of life. On June 4th, 2012, Playboy Gangsta Crips, rivals of the Venice Shoreline Crips, will be out looking for enemies. Inside the Playboy Crips car were Baby Skull, Infant Skull, and 2 other people. Oscar and his fiancée were parked in front of their home. Oscar's fiancée would soon get out of the car and began walking to their home. Soon a car full of Playboy Gangsta Crips pulled up and started yelling disrespectful things to her. She just kept walking. Oscar soon got out of the car himself and began walking to the home. The Playboy started yelling out Shoreline Crip to see if he was from that area.
Man, these just young kids born in the hood, bro, looking for trouble, bro. Just cruising down the street looking for somebody to attack, somebody to hurt. That just ain't right, man. You know what I'm saying? Now all these guys is doing time. And we about to find out why. You know what I'm saying? Most likely it's got to be a snitch in the crew. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad, man, because, you know, this guy just seemed full of life, man. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he had the life he wanted, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful fiance. I feel for her. You know what I'm saying? I just hope she made it through this. You know, this is a loss. You know, it's somebody that's never coming back. So, you know, you guys could do better. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling y'all not to join a gang or nothing, but do right by the people. You know what I'm saying? The reason why gangs were created was to look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? Basically, police their own hood. And that turns into this menace nowadays. It's 2023. You know what I'm saying? Gangs killing each other, you know what I'm saying? Other gangs, black people killing other black people. That just ain't right. That ain't what the gang stood for, you know, at the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Sad situation, but let's get back to it.
Oscar soon walked up to the Playboy's car and said, "I live here, but I'm not in the gang." Infant Skull then shot Oscar in his face, taking his life. Oscar getting killed caused immediate outrage in the community. Oscar was known as a good person, and he wasn't a gang member, so this didn't make sense to anybody.
It's not making sense. Like, I feel like the people that killed him probably knew who he was, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just carrying the devil's work at this point, because that ain't right. Like, you could just see somebody and just, you know, feel their presence and know that they not about that. You know what I'm saying? As a man, this youth has to walk to the car. You know what I mean? Try to explain to these young fellows that, you know, he's not part of the gang. He just lived there. And for you to just up the gun and just blast the man in the face just ain't right. It don't sit right with me. It's not going to sit right with God. I'm not going to be the one to judge you. You know what I'm saying? I leave that up to the men upstairs. But just know these kids messed up big time. It's not right. It's not right. It ain't right, bro. Let's get back to it.
Support in providing information and helping us to solve this tragic murder of Oscar Duncan that occurred this past Monday evening. Many of you were probably aware in covering an equally tragic event in South Los Angeles where a 14-month-old child was killed. But on that same night, we had an equally tragic and senseless act of violence here in this community on the west side that we're asking for help today. This young gentleman, Oscar, struck down in the prime of his life, 23 years old. This is a young gentleman that had so much potential. He was born and raised in this community. He graduated from Venice High School, was a captain of the football team, was a homecoming king, committed his young life to help people, to mentor your young kids, to help kids to stay away from the tragedies that we see in the streets every day. And so again, that's why we're here today and asking the support of the community to get behind us and get some information out.
Playboy Gangsta.
That's crazy, man. Even the police is sad about this situation, bro. And we like to believe that police don't care about folks, you know what I'm saying, especially the black community. But you could see in those police officers' faces that they were tight about that. Obviously, this young man did a lot of great community work. It's crazy. It baffles me. It just ain't right, like, for a man to commit his life to God at such a young age, you know what I'm saying? That's a mentor. That's somebody that we should be looking up to, you know what I'm saying? And for some young punks to just try to take him down like that, well, they actually did take him down, you know what I'm saying? That ain't right. That's just the devil's work, and I ain't liking it. I ain't standing for it. Oh, Lord. Jesus. This is wild. This world is wild, man. And I pray for y'all every night, man. I pray for the world because, you know, I do love the world that I live in, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm grown and smart enough to realize that it's messed up and it ain't right. You know what I mean? God bless this man's soul, man. And, you know, also pray for those that were part of his demise, man. Maybe they didn't know no better. Maybe they were also young. As you could see, the man was only 23 years old, man. This ain't right. This ain't right. This ain't right. But I'm just going to pray about it. You know what I mean? Let's get back to the video.
Gangsters will be going around bragging about what happened. They even told another Playboy Crip named James what happened. James was later a suspect in the shooting, even though he wasn't there. But with the shooters telling James what happened, this is where they went wrong. He started telling everything that happened and everything he was told. James got everybody that was inside the car during the shooting arrested. James later became a paid informant. A woman who was inside the car with the Playboys during the shooting, being one of the 4 people inside the car, her name was Nicole. She was later arrested, and she told the police that Infant Skull shot Oscar. Make matters worse for Baby and Infant Skull, Baby Skull was on probation and had an ankle monitor tracking his every moment, and even had cell phone records putting him.
Y'all see how God works, you know what I mean? Like, they ended up telling on their own self, you know what I mean? Like, not only did they murder somebody, like, for no reason, they decided to go back to the hood and brag about it, you know what I'm I'm saying, tell they so-called friends, which ended up ratting them out. Like, this is wild, man, but this is just how the Lord works. Like, they might have thought they could have got away, but can't get away with one of God's soldiers. You just can't. He ain't gonna let you sleep right. Man, this is wild. This is a sad situation, man. I just hope the man's family, feels better about the killers being caught, That's all that's the best thing you could wish for, Nothing you can do. There's no money in this world that could bring a loved one back, So, hey, it's the world, man. It's the world. We gotta do better, man. On God.
The crime to James, Nicole, and Oscar's fiance will testify in court. Baby Skull will be sentenced to 58 years to life, and Infant Skull will be sentenced to 90 years to life.
Fine. Oscar is resting in peace to know that he was loved, and his job for the Lord was set out, and he did that. And he completed his job. He completed his job, and he's still going to carry out.
Oscar died at the young age of 23, with a promising life ahead of him. R.I.P. to him.
Yes, sir. R.I.P. to the pastor, to the youth pastor. R.I.P. to that man. Died at 23. Such a tragedy. Such an evil demise. Was uncalled for. Definitely not deserving of this young man's soul. But, hey, I just hope this story could open up, the youth's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Gangs ain't the way. You know what I mean? Man, I pray for everybody in this situation, though. Thank y'all for checking me out. Thank y'all for sticking through, man. This your boy Louis Links. If y'all want more videos, man, just make sure to comment. You know what I mean? Let me know what y'all thought. Let me know what I should speak about. Let me know if I missed something. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. All that good stuff, man. God bless y'all, man. Thank y'all for checking me out. Peace. I'm out.
She came through in a Rari. She said, Louis, where you at? Let's hit up the party. I bought the whole bar, shots Bacardi. So now we gon' party like